Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more detailed videos. The next 3 weeks in Port Charles are shaping up to be some of the most dramatic we've seen in months, with shocking turns, emotional curveballs, and dangerous temptations waiting to pull multiple characters into risky territory. Fans who thought they had the canvas figured out are about to be reminded that on this show, nothing is ever predictable for long. Every secret, every cabin getaway, every whispered promise, and every split-second decision could set the stage for a fallout that ripples across families and relationships. At the center of it all, Jason's story is heading in a direction no one saw coming. His return has already caused shockwaves, but now we're about to see how his presence is going to collide with Britt's future. The dynamic between Jason and Britt is complicated enough without added pressure, but spoilers suggest a curveball is coming that will leave both of them questioning where they stand. Jason has been a man defined by loyalty and protection, but Britt's world doesn't follow his usual pattern. She is not someone who simply falls in line, and that difference will become clearer than ever in the coming weeks. Their chemistry, their history, and their unspoken feelings are all bubbling under the surface. And just when fans start thinking there's a possibility for them to find common ground again, another obstacle lands squarely in their path. The nature of this curveball isn't fully revealed yet, but it's expected to test both Jason's loyalty and Britt's patience in a way neither of them are prepared for. While Jason and Britt face their own storm, another storyline is heating up in the most unexpected of places, a cabin getaway that will soon turn into the talk of the town. What was supposed to be an escape, a chance for certain characters to find peace or clarity, is about to become a shocker that has ripple effects far beyond the quiet woods. Cabin getaways in Port Charles rarely end in relaxation. Instead, they tend to expose truths, ignite passion, and trigger confrontations. This one promises to be no different. There are whispers of secrets revealed, unguarded moments of vulnerability, and maybe even a dangerous surprise lurking just outside the door. For the characters involved, what happens in this cabin will not stay hidden for long, and once the truth comes out, lives and relationships will be altered permanently. The heat isn't just in the cabin, though. Back in Port Charles, Josslyn is heading straight into temptation that could shake up everything she's been building for herself. Josslyn has been navigating adulthood, balancing relationships, responsibilities, and her own independence, but temptation doesn't wait for the right timing. Spoilers suggest she's about to find herself drawn into a situation that blurs the lines of loyalty and desire. This isn't a passing flirtation. It's the kind of temptation that could put her reputation and her heart at risk. Viewers who have watched Josslyn grow up know that she's strong-willed and determined, but she's also still figuring out who she is, and that makes her especially vulnerable to choices that could backfire in ways she can't anticipate. The next 3 weeks will reveal just how far she's willing to go when temptation comes knocking, and how much she could lose if she gives in. These 3 arcs, the cabin getaway, Jason and Britt's curveball, and Josslyn's temptation, are already enough to carry the show into an intense month, but they don't happen in isolation. Every decision connects to a larger chain reaction across the canvas. Jason's potential entanglement with Britt doesn't just affect them. It reverberates through Sam, through Carly, and through anyone else who has stood by Jason or clashed with Britt. Carly, in particular, has always had strong opinions about Jason's choices, and if she senses that Britt is once again pulling him into her orbit, the fallout will not be quiet. Carly has her own life to handle, but Jason has always been her anchor, and seeing him tangle with Britt could bring out the protective and possessive side of Carly that fans know all too well. Meanwhile, the cabin getaway shocker could easily spill into multiple storylines. If truths are exposed there, if alliances crack under the pressure, then those who thought they were safe in their secrets will soon realize how dangerous isolation can be. Characters returning from this cabin trip may try to cover up what went down, but in Port Charles, secrets rarely stay buried. And once the truth surfaces, trust will be broken and relationships will be tested in ways that can't be undone. Josslyn's temptation, on the other hand, may be the story that resonates the most with younger viewers. It's raw, it's emotional, and it captures the reality that even the strongest people can be swayed when the right kind of temptation appears. The big question is whether Josslyn will recognize the danger before it's too late. Will she pull back and protect what she's built, Or will she dive headfirst into something that could undo her progress and put her in the middle of a storm she never asked for? Spoilers hint that her choices in the next 3 weeks will not just affect her, but will drag other key players into the fallout, and that means Port Charles is about to feel the impact in ways no one expects. Looking at the bigger picture, the next 3 weeks aren't just about isolated drama. They're about escalation. Every storyline seems poised to hit a breaking point. Jason's loyalty is under fire. Britt's patience is wearing thin. The cabin getaway is hiding explosive revelations. And Josslyn's temptation could ignite a scandal that reverberates through her family and friends. Fans should prepare for cliffhangers, close calls, and emotional confrontations that will leave them waiting anxiously for the next episode. One of the strengths of General Hospital is how it weaves together multiple threads until they collide in explosive fashion, and that's exactly what we're building toward. Don't be surprised if Jason's curveball with Britt somehow ties back to the cabin getaway, or if Josslyn's temptation collides with fallout from another family's crisis. The canvas is tightening, the characters are being pushed to their limits, and the next 3 weeks are going to remind everyone why this show has remained a must-watch for decades. So, if you're ready for shocking reveals, heartbreaking choices, and unexpected pairings, then buckle up, because the spoilers for the next 3 weeks are clear. Port Charles is about to be rocked like never before. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel for all of your updates.